Okay, she's giving him the eyes. He's giving her the eyes. Oh my god, it's happening, it's happening. Everyone is shocked. No, 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 no.
Now, hold on.
You!
Oh, guys, this is a betrayal bigger than anything we've ever seen so far in this movie. To be honest, this is the only evil thing he actually has done, and he did it out of fear and insecurity. However, it's not excusable nevertheless. Disguising himself as Bernard allowed him to experience acceptance and affection, something he deeply craved but felt he could never attain as himself. However, deceiving Roxanne on such a personal level is a violation of trust, and it underscores the moral complexities of Megamind's character. This betrayal forces Megamind to confront the consequences of his deceit and the true impact of his actions on those he cares about, setting the stage for his ultimate transformation and redemption at the end. Roxanne's realization of the betrayal is heart-wrenching as it breaks the trust she had begun to place in Bernard. This moment underscores the importance of honesty and integrity, and it serves as a critical lesson for Megamind about the true nature of heroism and the importance of being genuine. My heart is too frail for this. Even the cleanup was fake. Well, the gig is up. Roxanne walking in the rain is a symbol of emotional catharsis where she confronts the reality of being betrayed. The return of all the trash Megamind has cleaned up symbolizes the unraveling of the illusion he created. Roxanne thought the city was changing, that things were getting better, that she had found someone to care for, only to discover this was all fake. It's really a different type of grief.
I can explain.
Can you?
What about everything you just said?
Huh?
About judging a book by its cover.
Well, let's take a look at the contents then.
Yeah,
shall
dude.
we? You destroyed Metro Man, you took over the city, and then you actually got me to care about you. Why are you so evil?
Roxanne,
Tricking me?
She considers it evil, and in a way it is, but if we consider it from his perspective, he never had a choice. Megamind is the archetype of the bad boy. Unlike the nice, mediocre guy who remains passive and unambitious, Megamind is driven by a desire to excel and succeed. Therefore, once he defeated Metro Man, which was something he never thought he could actually do, by the way, he had no choice but to take control of the city. I mean, what else could have he done? It's not like he was going to have tea and cakes with the mayor, right? These are the consequences of acting inside of an imposed role. It might be okay for a while, it might even feel fitting, but at some point we must look at the limitations of that role and break free of it. This is what self-development is actually, the capacity to continuously build an identity to then inevitably destroy it when one overgrows it. You can call it ego death if you want, you can call it however you want. Many people find themselves trapped in roles imposed by societal expectations, family dynamics, or personal insecurities, it doesn't matter. Like Megamind, they might initially find a sense of identity in these roles, but true development comes from recognizing when these roles become limiting and having the courage to redefine oneself.
What could you possibly hope to gain? Wait a minute.
His eyes are killing me.
I don't believe this.
Don't break his heart, please.
Do you really think that I would ever be with you?
Ooh, okay. Oh god, this is emotional. Woo! Alright, get it together. Roxanne is understandably furious and confused. She thought she was falling for a charming librarian, only to find out she was smitten with the guy who used to kidnap her weekly. It's like finding out your perfect Tinder match is actually your childhood bully in disguise. No wonder she's having a hard time wrapping her head around it. Sorry, I'm using humor to just get over how painful this scene is. Roxanne's question is genuine. She's really baffled by how he could believe their connection was real after all that deceit. Meanwhile, Megamind, bless his big blue heart, doesn't even try to defend himself because deep down he knows he's messed up big time. His no is loaded with shame and self-awareness, kind of like a villainous mic drop, but in the most depressing way possible. This scene perfectly encapsulates the struggle of living behind the mask. Megamind's transformation into Bernard was his attempt to taste normalcy, but it turns out that living a lie has consequences. Roxanne's reaction is a reality check that highlights the importance of authenticity. You can't build a lasting connection on a foundation of lies, no matter how clever your disguises are, no matter your motivations. So next time you think about pretending to be someone you're not to impress a date, for instance, remember Megamind. Because let's be real, nobody wants to end up drenched in the rain with their emotional trash rehydrating all around them, realizing the person they cared about can't stand them for who they really are. Okay. I feel like I need some therapy after this scene. Someone give him a hug! Oh my god, I can't. She looked back.
Okay, minion, you were right. I was
Wrong.
Yes, right. We should stick to what we're good at. Being bad.
Right. So,
Minion,
God.
you there.
Oh, shit.
Bring out the black mamba.
That's a big responsibility for one little brain bot, and you gotta love the choir, you know, like. Wow. I think this might have been the inspiration for Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay, Titan. It's time to go down in style.
I'm here for it, my man. This is him basically saying, yep, that whole trying to not be evil anymore thing was a total disaster. But then reality hits him. Minion isn't there. Having morally disengaged, the Megamind decides to revert to what he knows best, being bad. But this is much like when you're lost. If you don't have GPS or directions, the best thing to do is to go back. In this case, back to the old ways. Megamind's decision to revert to villainy is driven by the loss of his moral guide and the guilt of betraying Roxanne, but it also highlights the importance of inner motivation and purpose. Without a strong internal drive to change and grow, we're prone to repeating the same cycles, you see. For Megamind, the lack of inner motivation means he clings to the only identity he's ever known, being the bad guy. Real change requires more than just external validation or temporary success. It demands a deep-seated purpose and internal motivation. And when these are absent, we risk falling back into harmful patterns, no matter how much we might want to change. It's alive! My life. I think we're gonna just continue like this at this point.
Where is the one they call Titan?
Yeah, I think he's home. He's enjoying, his day off.
If you dare.
I don't think he does. Okay. Such a villain. Such a villain.
Would Metro Man have kept me waiting? Of course not. He was a pro.
This is like a villainous version of being mad at someone for not showing up to a planned Zoom meeting. The irony here is that while Megamind is upset over Titan's lack of professionalism, the real issue is that he's stuck in his old ways. But the universe, or whatever higher entity you believe in, has a funny way of motivating us whenever we seem to have lost everything, and Megamind is about to receive his.
Were you even planning on showing up?
Don't think so.
What's this? Where did you get all this stuff?
It doesn't belong to me.
You stole it.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool, right?
No, you're a hero.
Being a hero is for losers. It's work, 24/7, and for what? I only took the gig to get the girl, and it turns out Roxanne doesn't want anything to do with it.
Say less. This is Megamind's first glimpse at someone shattering the confines of their imposed role. It's like seeing your class valedictorian drop out of college to become a rock star. It's both shocking and oddly inspiring. Now, Hal has the opportunity to transform his life from being an ignored, invisible, nice guy to a celebrated hero. Yet, he dismisses it all because the role of a hero demands effort and selflessness, traits Hal is not willing to embrace. This is why so-called nice guys aren't always as nice as they appear. Hal's initial niceness was always conditional based on his expectations of what he should receive in return, Roxanne's love and admiration. When he doesn't get what he wants, his true character emerges. He finds heroism to be too taxing and not rewarding enough, revealing his entitlement and lack of genuine integrity.
That's why I think we should team up.
Wait, what?
With
Wow.
my power and your big-headedness, we could rule.
You mean
the city.
intelligence?
You want to do costume design, see?
Costume design?
You be the brain, so you get a little.
Is that a
brain
leash?
We're fighting.
I can't believe you.
For real.
All your gifts, all your powers, and you squander them for your own personal gain.
Well, one might argue that Megamind himself has used his talents for selfish purposes, but there's a fundamental difference. Megamind never chose to be the villain. Unlike Hal, who dismisses heroism as for losers because it requires hard work and offers no guaranteed rewards, Megamind embraced his villainous role out of necessity. But he didn't stop there. He made it entertaining, complete with elaborate schemes and banter. So when Megamind criticizes Hal for squandering his gifts, that's a profound recognition of wasted potential. Megamind sees in Hal the freedom of choice he never had, and choosing selfishness is not just disappointing, it's incomprehensible. True character is revealed not by the rules we choose, but by how we play the ones we're given. And for those with the freedom to choose, let Hal's example remind you to make those choices wisely. Black Mamba! Nice ass.